Good afternoon, everyone. So this is our first session of design analysis of an algorithm subject, and today we are having the first lab session, right? So we will start with the practical list. So in today's lab session, I'll tell you how many practicals we are having, and then we will start with the practicals. Okay, fine. So let me share my screen again. I'll share the syllabus file. Okay. So the subject code is 01CE0503 and name of the subject is design and analysis of an algorithm, right? And the credit for the subject is 5 credit. Okay. So in a term work component, we will have 25 marks, and in that we will ask you to submit your lab manual for that 25 marks. Okay. The teaching scheme and the entire syllabus, we will understand it in a lecture session. Okay, in lab session we will see how many practicals we are having and from which practicals we are going to start. I have already uploaded the syllabus file ebooks in a login portal. You can check it from there also, right? Okay, so let us see the practical list. So total we are having 18 practicals, out of which we are going to complete 12 practicals. Okay, and today we are going to start with the practical number 2, that is implementation and time analysis of linear and binary search algorithm. Okay, from here we are going to start. Okay, now first of all, if you want to implement this algorithm, first you should have a knowledge of algorithm, right? Now we have to implement it. Now in which language you can do the programs? Okay, in lab session I teach all this program in a C language, right? But if you want to do it in another language, then you can do it. Okay, there is no problem if you are doing with the C++, Java, Python, any language in which you are comfortable. Okay, you can do it in any language, but one condition is there. You have to prepare entire lab manual in that particular language only. Okay, there is no switching in between. If you are doing it in a C++, then entire lab manual should be in a C++. Okay, so is it clear, everyone? Okay, good. I'm expecting that every student should respond me in the chat box. Or if you are comfortable in speaking, then you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Okay, you are most welcome. And I prefer that if you speak, then it will be two-way conversation. Okay, and in between, if you have any doubt at any point of time, please let me know. Okay, at any point of time, if you find that this topic is difficult for me to understand, so you just raise your query, I'll explain it. Okay, how many times you will ask, I'll explain that many times. Okay, so don't hesitate to ask the question. Your questions are always welcome. Okay, at any point of time you can ask me, right? Now how we will proceed in this lab session? See, first of all, I'll explain the algorithm. I'll take one example. I'll teach you how to write a pseudocode or any algorithm. Then after, I'll explain you the logic, and based on that you have to perform the program in your laptop or in your phone. Okay, I'll give you 15 to 20 minutes time to complete the program, and then after I'll do the code and I'll show you how you can do the C program for that particular problem. Okay, so this is how we are going to proceed, because if you are not doing, then this is not we can say that give you the impact, right? You have to do the program by yourself. Please do not copy from internet, do not take any help from others. just try to apply your logic, apply your mind. Okay, if it is not possible for you to complete the entire program, then just do it whatever you understand. Okay, at least if you do that, then it's also fine for me. I'm not asking that you have to give me the correct code only. If you are doing any mistakes, then also fine, right? If you do coding, then you learn. If you copy pasting, then you are not able to learn anything, right? And at the end, I'll explain how to write a code, so you will be learning how to do it, right? So now let us move ahead and we will understand how we will start with the C program for linear search. Okay, so here let me create a notebook. Just give me a moment. Okay. 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 So first of all, you have to understand what is algorithm. So can anyone tell me what do you understand by algorithm? Can anyone tell me what do you understand by this word algorithm? Drashti, Ami, Hinal, Krishna, Shubham. Can anyone tell me what is algorithm? See, if you are not speaking, then how will I understand whether you know or not? See, please speak. Yashvi, Shreya, Kunj, Madhavan, Shivangi, Vani, Isha, Ami. Please tell me what is algorithm? Or if you are not comfortable in speaking, then write it down in the chat box. Block of code that does a particular operation. Okay. Okay, Pooja, you are correct. Specific process to solve a problem. Very good. What about others? Drashti, Ami. Please write down in your chat box. What do you know about algorithms? See, if you speak, then I'll understand then what to deliver to you. Okay, a formula used for solving a problem. Very good. Step-by-step process for solving any problems. Good. Implementable instructions. Okay, formula for solving a problem. Good, very good. So what we can say that what is algorithm? So let me write down here for you that algorithm is what it is: a collection of unambiguous instructions, or we can consider it as a steps. It is a collection of unambiguous instruction and this algorithm, it will provide an output that is based on the set of finite input. Okay, so basically what is an algorithm? It is a collection of unambiguous instruction, right? So here we will have to understand these two words. One is the unambiguous, and second one is we are having the finite. Okay, this is the two properties of an algorithm, which is most important. So simply we can consider it algorithm as a step-by-step process, right? So whenever you want to do anything, right, whenever you want to write any algorithm, so first of all, we will provide some finite set of inputs, right? After giving inputs, what we will do, we will write down some code to do this process. To produce the output, we have to perform some tasks, right? So this task, or we can consider it as a step-by-step process we are performing on the set of inputs, which will generally provide you the output. Okay. Now, you have to understand this unambiguous and finite. Okay, so let me take one example. Now tell me, if you want to make a tea, then how you can make it? अगर आपको चाय बनानी है, right? So how you will do it? Can anyone tell me what is the procedure for making a tea? कोई अनम्यूट करके बताएगा मुझे चाय कैसे बनती है? Anyone? Can anyone tell me how to make a tea? Do you know how to make it? Hinal, Krishna. कोई मुझे बताएगा कैसे बनती है चाय? Hello, am I audible, everyone? Tell me, am I clearly audible or not? Then please respond my question. How to make a tea? चाय कैसे बनती है? Please tell me. Anyone? See, I'm not asking you to give me the correct answer. Just tell me the steps. कोई मुझे बताएगा? Yes, very good, Amy. First, we need milk, then sugar and tea. Very good. Okay. So what are the steps here? If you want to make a tea, हमें चाय बनानी है, तब हम पहले क्या करेंगे? First, we will turn on the gas. Then we will put some pan over there, right? Then we will add some water. After that, we will add sugar, tea leaves, right? And then we will add some ginger. And then after we are adding some milk, right? So some of the inputs we are giving, we are following some kind of process, and then after we are getting a tea as a output, right? So what is this? What are the steps? The steps are called as a algorithm. Okay. ओके, तो चाय बनाने के लिए हम क्या क्या इनपुट देते हैं? हम उसमें पानी डालते हैं, शुगर डालते हैं, फिर उसमें डालते हैं ये टी लीव्स डालते हैं, राइट? तो ये क्या हुआ, हमारा इनपुट हुआ। और जो हम प्रोसीजर फॉलो कर रहे हैं उसको बॉईल कर रहे हैं, राइट? 4 to 5 मिनट्स के लिए हम उसको बॉईल कर रहे हैं। तो आफ्टर एट द एंड ऑफ द प्रोसेस व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग द टी एज अ फाइनल आउटपुट। सो हमारे पास रो डेटा भी है एज अ इनपुट। जब हम वो उसको एक प्रोसीजर में हम सब कुछ करेंगे, उसको उबालेंगे, उसमें सारा डेटा डालेंगे, तब हम क्या मिलेगा, हमें एक आउटपुट मिलेगा, राइट? और वो आउटपुट क्या होगा, हमारे पास चाय होगी। ओके, सो दिस steps are nothing but it is called as an algorithm. Now here you have to understand two properties. One is unambiguous and second one is a finite. Now what is unambiguous? Okay, so मैं ये बोल रही हूँ कि मुझे चाय बनानी है, राइट? तो मैं क्या करूंगी, मैं एक पतीला लूंगी, उसमें मैंने पानी डाला, उसके बाद मैंने इंस्ट्रक्शन ऐसे लिखी है ऐड, उसमें कोई क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन मैंने नहीं लिखा है, राइट? मैंने सिर्फ यही लिखा है ऐड। तो आपको समझ में आएगा क्या ऐड करना है? टेल मी। अगर मैं सिर्फ ऐसा लिख दूं कि ऐड वाटर, उसके बाद मैंने लिखा है ऐड, उसके बाद आपको पता चलेगा क्या ऐड करना है? टेल मी, यस और नो। पानी को हम उबाल रहे हैं, उसके बाद क्या है? उसके बाद मैंने सिर्फ लिख दिया ऐड, तो आप समझ पाओगे उसके बाद आपको क्या ऐड करना है? टेल मी, यस और नो। नो, राइट? बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट अ क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन। मैंने आपको बताया ही नहीं है कि आपको क्या ऐड करना है। आप उसमें शुगर ऐड कर सकते हैं, आप उसमें सॉल्ट भी ऐड कर सकते हो ना, राइट? आप उसमें मिर्ची पाउडर भी ऐड कर सकते हो। मैंने कुछ क्लियरली बताया ही नहीं है कि चाय कैसे बनती है। मैंने उस अगर आप पहली बार कुछ बना रहे हो तो आपके पास लिस्ट होती है ना कि आपको ये स्टेप्स फॉलो करने हैं। मान लो कि आप पहली बार ही चाय बना रहे हैं, मैंने ऐसा लिख दिया ऐड, उसके बाद मैंने कुछ लिखा ही नहीं, तो आप कैसे समझ पाओगे, राइट? So for that you have to provide clear instructions that you have to follow these steps only. You have to add sugar only, not salt you have to add, right? So for that you have to provide a clear instruction to the computers. Then only he or she, or then only computer will able to give you the output. Okay, so there should be a collection of clear instructions, right? Now if you are providing the infinite input, आप इनपुट दिए जा रहे हो, दिए जा रहे हो, दिए जा रहे हो, तो कब प्रोसेस कब करेगा वो? तो इनफाइनाइट लूप में चला जाएगा। वो भी हमें नहीं करना है, राइट? हमें क्या करना है कि फाइनाइट सेट ऑफ इनपुट देना है ताकि वो सब प्रोसेस हो जाए फाइनाइट अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम में, राइट? So that we are able to get the output in a finite amount of time. We don't have the infinite amount of time, right? कि हम उसके बाद वेट ही करे जा रहे, वेट ही करे जाए। We want to have the output within 1 or 2 hours, right? So for that we need to have a finite amount of input, right? So ये समझ में आ गया एल्गोरिथम की डेफिनेशन क्या है? सबको समझ में आ गया? Tell me, is it clear, everyone? See, I want a response from everyone, then only I am able to understand whether you are getting or not. Okay, okay, very good. Okay, so this is the definition of algorithm. Now the subject name is what? Design and analysis of an algorithm. Now here we are not going to design any kind of algorithm, right? Because this algorithm, what we are going to study, that is already designed. Okay, I am telling you the way, the existing, how to write, how to design the existing algorithm. There are some algorithms available. हम क्या करेंगे? सिर्फ हमारे माइंड को ट्रेन करेंगे कि ऐसे हम एल्गोरिदम डिजाइन कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो वी आर गिविंग इनपुट टू आवर माइंड दैट this is how we can design the algorithm. Okay, we are using the existing algorithm only, which is already designed. Okay, we will understand how to design it, or what are the ways you can design such kind of algorithms. And the second part we are going to do is, let me write down here, design, and second one we are going to do is analysis. Okay, so here two parameters are important to analyze the algorithm. One is the time, another one is a space. So there's two kind of analysis we are going to perform on any algorithm. Okay, so now tell me, what do you understand by time analysis? What we are doing in this time analysis? कोई मुझे बताएगा टाइम एनालिसिस में हम क्या करते हैं? Anyone? Quickly. कोई मुझे बताएगा हम क्या करते हैं टाइम एनालिसिस में? Very good, Pranav, very good. So in time analysis we will analyze how much time an algorithm will take to execute. Okay, and in a space analysis, we are going to consider how much space an algorithm is going to take. So these two analysis we are going to do with this subject, right? Now, according to this, we will have the three cases. One is the best case, one is the worst case, and third one is the average case. Now, we have already studied this in the data structure subjects. So just recall it. What do you understand by best case? What do you understand by the best case? Very good. It takes a less amount of time to execute an algorithm. So here we can consider it as a minimum amount of time, right? So if an algorithm is taking minimum amount of time and space, then we can consider it as a best case. Now in a worst case, the reverse one, it will take maximum amount of time and space, and it will consider it as a worst case. And if an algorithm is taking average amount of time, then we will consider it as a average case, right? So we will study in a deep when we are having the lecture session, but till now it is fine for you, right? So you just know the basic terminology that we are going to use in today's lab session, right? Okay, so now let us understand what is a linear search. So here I'm write down the word linear search. Can anyone tell me what do you know anything about linear search? Anyone? What is linear search? Very good, Pranav. Traversing an array, we have to compare the element to find the value. Very good. Okay, so let's take one example. We are having one array which is unsorted, right? Linear search can work with the unsorted array also. There is no need of sorted array. So we are having these values 10, 14, 19, 27, 26, 31, 33, 42, 35, right? These are the array we are having. One key value is there that we have to find out. Let's say key value is 33. So हमें क्या करना है? ये जो key value है, ये जो key है, वो हमें क्या करना है? array में search करना है, right? So first of all, how we will start the array index? Array index will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 0 to 8 index. So can anyone tell me how many elements are there? Total elements in this array. Find out this. What is the value of n? 9. Very good. So we are having total 9 elements, right? Okay. So length of the array is 9. 9 elements we are having, index from 0 to 8. And this is the key value we want to find out. Okay, so what is the approach here? We'll make the comparison. Okay, so first of all, what we will do, we will take a of I equals to key. Now a of 0 equals to 33. What is the value of a of 0? That is 10. Compare it with the 33. Now you just know what is this. This is the comparison operator, right? So what we are doing, you are comparing the array value with the key value. Is it matching? Tell me. Both of them are same or not? Is 33 same with 10? No. So what
No.
we will move to the next array element. So what here we will do, we will increment the I value. So initially I is here, now I will be redirect to this. Now what is the value? A of 1 is 14. Is 14 equals to 33? Tell me yes or no. No. Again no. So what you will do? You will increment I. So I value will be incremented. Now you will compare 33 with this. So 19 with 33. Is it same? No. Again you will increment. So I value will be incremented. Now 33 you will compare it with the 27. So 33 compare with 27. Is it same? No. So again you will do increment. Okay, so I value you will be incremented. Next value is 26. 26 with the 33, is it matching? No, it is not matching, right? So again you will do what? Increment the I value here. First of all you have to write down the A of value and then 33, right? Now next you have to move because 26 is not matched with the 33. So 31 is not equals to 33. So you will cancel it, increment the I. So I value will be here. Now value is 33, which is matched with the key, right? So now we have found the match, right? 33 is matched with the key. Now tell me, at which index you have found this key? At which index you have found this key? Index number 6, right? So here what we are doing is in linear search, हमारे पास एक एरे है, एक की वैल्यू है, हमें क्या करना है? की को एरे की हर एक वैल्यू के साथ कंपेयर करना है और जब भी मैच हो जाए तब हमें क्या करेंगे? उसकी इंडेक्स वैल्यू रिटर्न करेंगे, राइट? We will match the array value with the key value. When it is the match is found, at that time we will return the index, right? Otherwise we will go for the next index, right? Now if I'm talking about the position, can anyone tell me what is the position of 33? At which position you found 33? Tell me at which position you found the 33? Seventh. Very good. Correct. Everyone is correct. Okay, so how you will count the position? Yes, according to n we can calculate it, right? Okay. Okay, so if you want to count the position, then what we will do? First, okay, 10th is the first position, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. So on the seventh position, we found the value, right? So this is, we can call it as an index plus 1. Okay, I plus 1 value, you will find the position, right? So if any programmer, anyone ask about index, then you will return 6. If they are asking about position, then index plus 1, right? So this is how linear search works, right? So यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आ गया linear search कैसे वर्क करता है? Okay, good. Now अभी क्या करना है हमें? Algorithm लिखना है, right? Okay. Now you can see here one thing. Can anyone tell me what we are doing in this? We are having array, we are having key. What we are doing? What is the main thing we are doing it? आपके पास एक एरे है, आपके पास एक की वैल्यू है, आप क्या कर रहे हो लीनियर सर्च में? की पोजीशन फाइंड करनी है, उसके लिए आप क्या करोगे? वी कैन कॉल इट एज अ कंपैरिजन, राइट? हम क्या कर रहे हैं? कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं। हमने क्या कंपेयर किया है? 10 को 33 के साथ कंपेयर किया है, राइट? 14 को 33 के साथ कंपेयर किया है, 19 को 33 के साथ कंपेयर किया है। तो हम यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं? कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं। तो यहाँ पे कंपैरिजन क्या है? वो ही ज्यादा से ज्यादा टाइम लेगा, राइट? व्हाट इज इट? द टाइम टेकिंग ऑपरेशन इज देयर, दैट इज कंपैरिजन। अगर मैं आपको बोलूं, right, if I'm asking you that what is the minimum comparison, how many minimum comparisons will be there for this number of minimum comparison for linear search? कितने मिनिमम कंपैरिजन हो सकते हैं? ये एल्गोरिथम के लिए मिनिमम कंपैरिजन कितने हो सकते हैं? आपको समझ में आया मैं क्या पूछ रही हूँ? सपोज हमारे पास एरे है, मेरे पास एक की है, मुझे क्या करना है? मुझे फाइंड करना है मिनिमम कंपैरिजन कितना होगा। No, that is not correct. Think about it. Let me explain you. Okay, अगर यहाँ पे मेरे पास क्या है? 33 है, ये मेरी की है, ये मेरा डेटा है, राइट? ये 33 मैंने क्या किया है? कंपेयर किया है। और मुझे फर्स्ट कंपैरिजन में क्या मिल गया? की पोजीशन फाइंड हो गई एट 0th इंडेक्स। आई एम एबल टू फाइंड द 33। सो मैंने कितनी कंपैरिजन की? टेल मी। अगर 33 है, वो फर्स्ट इंडेक्स पर ही है, और मेरा डेटा भी क्या है? 33। तो हमने कितना मिनिमम कंपैरिजन किया? 1, right? So for any algorithm, in this algorithm, minimum comparison will be 1. Okay. If I'm talking about maximum comparison, tell me, what are the maximum comparison? N, right? Because we are having n elements, so maximum n elements can be possible, right? If let's say 33 is at the index, last index, okay? If your 33 is here, so what you have to do? You have to start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you have to make total 9 comparison. And in this algorithm, we are having total 9 elements. So we can consider if in array, if we are having n elements, then we can represent it via n. So maximum comparison will be n, right? So minimum or maximum comparison pata chal gaya, right? Is there any doubt how to find minimum and maximum comparison? Okay, so if we are talking about the average comparison, so average will be what? The average of minimum and maximum. So 1 plus n divide by 2, right? So this will be the average comparison required by the algorithm. Okay. Right, so the base, worst, and average case we have find out. Now, let us write down some pseudocode. Okay, how to write an algorithm? So algorithm is nothing but just a English language. Okay, we how to use English language to write down such kind of things. So how to write it? Okay, so first of all, you have to write down the, let me here. I want to write down the algorithm for this. It's just a second. Okay, so we are talking about how to write an algorithm. Okay, so first of all, we will have some input. So what are the inputs we are providing to the algorithm? Let's take here. First of all, we have given some array and we are providing some key value, right? So this two will be the input for this linear search algorithm. Okay, so what are the steps we can write? Okay, see, there is no particular rule how to write an algorithm. You can write down in on your way. Okay, so first of all, जब भी हमारे पास एक एरे है, एक की है, हम कहाँ से स्टार्ट करेंगे? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो हमने ये डिफाइन किया एरे इंडेक्सेस, राइट? सो वी विल राइट डाउन हियर set I to 0. ओके, नाउ कई बार ऐसा होता है कि किसी को 0 से स्टार्ट नहीं करना है, 1 से स्टार्ट करना है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग सारी चीजें चेंज हो जाएगी, राइट? स्टेप 2, स्टेप 2 पे क्या करना है हमें? पहले हमें चेक करना है if I is greater than n, then go to some step. Okay, here I will write down some step. यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि जब I की वैल्यू टोटल एलिमेंट से ज्यादा है, राइट? Let's see, I is equals to 9 or n is equals to 9. When I is greater than or equals to n, तब हमें क्या करना है? यहाँ पे हमारे पास कोई डेटा है? We don't have any data here, right? We don't have any data here. So at that time, what you have to do? You have to do something. Okay, so I'll not tell you right now what we are going to do with this. So I'm telling that if your condition is like this, if your I is less than or if your I is greater than or equals to n, then go to some step. Okay, so if that step I will write down. Then second condition हमें चेक करना है if जो भी हमारा array data है is match with the key or match with the value. Okay, or we can consider it as a x, value x. Okay, if your data is matched with the key value, then you have to perform something. Okay, अगर मैच नहीं हो रहा है, if it is not matching, at that time what you will do? Then we will do what? We will set I to I plus 1. Then on a step 5, what I will write? I will write down go to step 2. यहाँ से फिर से शुरुआत करो, फिर चेक करो I की वैल्यू हमने इंक्रीमेंट कर दी, उसके बाद हमने फिर से चेक किया if I is greater than equals to n. if ये नहीं है तो हम क्या करेंगे? मैच करेंगे ये I x के साथ मैच हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा, अगर है तो हम क्या करेंगे? सम स्टेप पे जाएंगे. तो नाउ वी विल राइट डाउन दैट स्टेप. On a step 6, I will write print element x found at index I and go to some step, right? So हमें क्या करना है? If we found our element, then we have to print the element and we have to write down at which index we have found this element, and then you have to go to some step. अगर कोई मैच नहीं हो रहा है, एंटायर एरे में कोई एलिमेंट है ही नहीं, तब हम क्या करेंगे, प्रिंट एलिमेंट नॉट फाउंड, and then finally last step is step 8, that is exit. Okay, now if you have understand this algorithm clearly, then tell me यहाँ पे कौन सा स्टेप आएगा, यहाँ पे कौन सा स्टेप आएगा, और यहाँ पे कौन सा स्टेप आएगा. अगर आपकी i की वैल्यू क्या है, टोटल एलिमेंट जैसे सेम है, if I is equals to n or I is greater than n, it means that you have not found any element that is matched with the key value. At that time, when you will go, if your element is not found, then where you will go, in which step? 7, that is correct. Okay, so if I have traced the entire algorithm, okay, I reached to the end of the array and still I am not able to find the element, then I will go to some step 7, right? Now if your element is found, then where you will go? If your element is matched, then step 6, very good, you have to print it. Once you find your element, you have to print it. Now we have print the element at the index I, and then where you have to go at this point. आपने प्रिंट भी कर ली कि यहाँ पे मेरा एल्गोरिथम है, यहाँ पे इस टाइम इस पर्टिकुलर इंडेक्स पे मेरा एलिमेंट है. Then now where you will go? Step number 8, because once you find an element, you will stop the execution, right? So we will go to the exit point, right? So this is how you can write down the algorithm, right? So same step that we are following, the same steps we have written here. तो यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आ गया? How to write an algorithm step by step I have written here. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. So now tell me, if you want to write a C program, so first of all, what we need? These are the steps, right? You have to follow the same step. So first of all, if you want to write an C program, so what you have to do is you have to provide some input. So in input, what you will take from the user? Number of array elements, a number of elements. Then you will take the array from the user. Then you will ask user to find a key, or you enter the key that you want to search from the array. This one will be the data, right? Then you will do what? You will take one for loop, and then you will write a logic. Logic will be this. Your element will be, right? If element is found, then print the data with index, and if it is not found, see, if you are writing any program, we have to write down some exit condition, right? If you are find the element, then you will print the message. If, you will find the data at this point, and then you will write down break. But if you are not able to find the data in the array, right? Some users will write like this: if I don't want to search any data from this above given values, if value is not found, at that time you will write some logic, right, to end the algorithm or to end the program, right? So I value will be equals to n or greater than or equals to n. At that time we will write down element not found, right? So this is how you will write down your basic program. So this is, we can call it as a rough C program that you can use it. Dry code, we can consider it as a dry code, right? And then you will write down the actual code. Okay, so I'll give you the 10-minute time, and then you will tell me how much code you have written. Okay, so some of you might not have the computer at your home, Then you can use the online GDB compiler to run this program. Okay, this software you can use in your phone also, in your laptop also, if you not have any software related to C program. Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes time to complete this entire C program. If you want to do it in another language, then it's fine for me. Okay, but entire lab manual should be in this language only. Okay, so try to do this code and please do not copy it from somewhere else. Okay, after 10 minutes, I'll ask you to share your screen and then after I'll show you my data. Okay, how you can write down the code. Okay, so your time starts now. Okay, so how many of you have completed the program? It's been 10 minutes. Tell me how many of you have completed the program? Okay, fine. So try to complete it by yourself, and I'm sharing the screen. I'll show you how you can do it. So I'm using this online C compiler. You can see it here. Okay, so first of all, what we have to take is one array of, and you can take any size. Okay, and that is a fixed size. Let us define some variable I, n, and some data. These variables we require in this program. So first of all, we will ask user to enter the number of elements in array. How many array elements you want in this array? So how we can get the input data from the user using scanf function. Now you want the integer data. So here we will store it, and I will store the number of elements in the address of n. Now you can see here, you cannot store the value in the variable. You have to store it in a memory address. So for that we have to use an ampersand, right? So this is the basic C language fundamental. Then next we are having printf. Now we will ask user to enter elements in array slash and here I want to define how many elements you want to print. Okay. Now अभी आपको क्या करना है? Number of elements we have asked. Let's say user want to enter the 5 elements in the array. So if you want to store 5 elements, then you have to take a loop. So I will be setting from 0, y is less than n, and I plus plus. Now how you can get the data from user using scanf percentage b, and where you will store in the array of I. So at the address of array of I, you will store the actual value. Okay. Number of elements हो गया. Array elements भी enter करवा दिया. अभी क्या करना है? Data to be searched. So we will ask user to enter data you want to search in array. We will use scanf function percentage d, and the key value we will store it in our address of data. Okay, so now we are having all the data that we will require for the algorithm. Now we will start with the main logic. So we will take one for loop. I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, we have to traverse an array. So for that we have to take the array elements. We have to take the for loop. Now if, what is the main logic here? Array of I is equals to data. If it is matching, then what you will do, you will print the message like printf element percentage d is found at location. Which location you want to found? Here you will write down data, and here location index will be I. Now this is for the data if we are matching the data. If data is not matched, so for that we have to write the condition when I is equals to n. If I and n value both are same, at that time what you will print? Printf element percentage d is not found slash n. Here you will write down data. Right. So this is the C program we have written. Let us test it. Number of array elements I want, that is 5. 3, 5, 1, 9, 7. I want to search, let's see, 5. Oh, okay, there is something I have missed. Element, okay, element 5 is found at the location 1, and both this message is print, but there is some clash. Let me find it out. Array data in, and we have asked user to enter the number of elements. Okay, that is fine. Enter the number of elements in the array. Okay, 4i is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Let me run it again. We'll just wait for a second. Number of elements I want is a 5. Let's enter the number 2, 6, 4, 1. Okay, let's search for 6. 6 is found at the location 2. Right? Now let's see if I want to search for the positions. What I will write here, I plus 1. Okay. Let us run it again. Number of elements is 3, 5, 4, 2. Let us search for 2. Element 2 is found at location 3, but I think I'm getting this element is not found. Let me find it out and I'll tell you where is the problem. Can anyone identify where is the problem? Anyone?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I think you forgot to break the for loop. Last one. Inside if
No.
condition after uh, the element will be matched, you need
Yeah,
to break.
we have to break the condition. That's
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
We have not
Yes,
written this. That's why it is printing this, right?
yes,
That is
yes.
correct. Yeah, that is correct. Now let us run it again and we will see. Let's enter 5, 3, 8, 4, 5, 1, and let's enter 1. So you can see element 1 is found at the location 5, right? So that is the good observation. See how it is helpful, you know. If there are some mistake, then we all are able to see where is the mistake, where is the mistake, right? So our mind will be working. Okay, so if you do not try to break, then what happened that it will print both this message, right? But if we don't want that, if element is found, then we have to break the execution, and then if the element is not found at that time, you have to print this, right? So now I think this is clear to everyone. Or is there any doubt in a C program for this? Clear, right? Okay, good. So what you have to do is by end of the day you have to prepare this a C program for the linear search, and I'll today I'll share the lab manual for this subject. You have to paste the code, you have to write down the pseudo code, you have to do the time analysis, and you have to add the snapshot of output. So this practice you have to perform after every lab session, right? You have to prepare lab manual day by day, or lab by lab you have to prepare it. And if you find any doubt, any query, then you can ask me at any time. Okay, so let us summarize today's session, what we have done in this lab session. Like first of all, we have started with the definition of an algorithm. Then we have seen the example of linear search, and we have seen how it works, and then we have written some algorithm, and then after we have done the C program, right? So this is how we have done in today's lab session. So I hope everything is clear to you. And still, if you find any difficulty, any doubt, then you can contact me. Thank you, everyone.